Good morning from Mischief Creations and MisChief ArtWorx Collective. We're going to do one more video for you today and kind of just go around the shop and show you the MisChief ArtDolls that are still available here at the shop since we just had several leave last week. This is a little steampunk girl, two little steampunk girls actually. They just arrived back at the art gallery. They've been in Mobile, Alabama on display at an art gallery there, so we have them back. They're both available for purchase. And I'm going to go around the other side and we're going to kind of just go around the shop and show you the ones that we have. A couple of little Mayan girls made out of Turkish leather, little cloud dancer, another little Native American girl done out of sari silk. This is Stevie Nicks Crystal Visions done out of beautiful sari silk with ostrich feathers for hair. And here's a fun little girl, she's fun. And one of my favorites, the MisChief Queen of the Nile. I absolutely love this doll. This doll has 50 feet of sari silk in her skirt. She is stunning. Here's a little Mardi Gras girl in purple made out of vintage sari silk, and a beautiful little leather doll made out of Italian leather. And this little girl's kind of like a little gypsy kind of thing, something a little purple for Mardi Gras. And I have two berries here. And we're gonna. This is one of my favorites also. This is my most looked at doll today on Etsy. She is entitled Whispers of the Crimson Dance, and she's made out of beautiful sheer sari silk. Little legs under there, custom pedestal. All of the dolls go with the custom pedestal that I have created just for them. Here's something a little spring-like. And this doll is really special. This is my seafood gumbo doll. She was at an art exhibit recently where our juror for the art exhibit was Terrence Osborne, very renowned painter from New Orleans. One of my favorite artists, Terrence Osborne, gave this doll an honorable mention. She's made from vintage sari silk with Italian embossed leather. Here's her little counterpart over here, a little gator seafood gumbo. Has these great little alligators on her. Absolutely love these. This is vintage Chico's jewelry, very cool. And another one of my favorite little swamp dolls. And there in the corner is MisChief, the Vampire's Masquerade Ball, celebrating Anne Rice's group, the MisChief Masquerade Ball. And here is my blue Rougarou made out of Turkish leathers. And another one of my favorites, it might be my all-time favorite in the shop right now, the Swamp Witch. She's made out of vintage kimono silk, and her skirt is created from Turkish heron leather. She's great. Love her. A little something from Mardi Gras next to her out of sari silk, and another little Mardi Gras doll. And this one is fun. This is a nice little girl made out of vintage sari silk body and a Turkish leather skirt. Nice bright pink. I love this one too. Vintage kimono silk. And the little pixie was over in Mobile, Alabama, also on display at an art gallery. She's back. She's made out of vintage sari silk. And then we go over this way and we have my Jack's Frey doll. So this is made out of vintage sari silks, and one of my favorite artists, Jack's Frey. I say her last name wrong and I apologize for that, but sometimes I misspeak. Jack's Frey. Jax's Nola Love scarf is used in creating her skirts. So this is the Nola Love scarf. I do have them here. You can pop in and get one. They're wonderful. But it takes two scarves to make a doll skirt. So that's my MisChief celebration of Jack's Frey art doll and her Nola Love silk skirt. So now let's move on over to the front here. I want to show you the Day of the Dead, where Halloween was yesterday, and so we're celebrating the Day of the Dead in a Mardi Gras MisChief kind of way. This is my MisChief Day of the Dead girl. You can see she's got little skeletons there. She's got some beautiful sugar skull fabric. She's here. And we're gonna go over here, and we have another fairy. She's made out of vintage sari silk. And then this is a real special doll over here. This is another fairy. And this is the doll that was also entered in the art exhibit that your Terrence Osborne juried. And he gave her a 3rd place in that exhibit. She's exotic, love her, beautiful ostrich feathers for hair, vintage Chico's jewelry, Murano glass necklace, really neat little doll. Only doll I've ever made with a skirt like that, so she's kind of special. Over here we have a new girl I just brought in. She's interesting. Just brought her in to fill the void from one that we sold yesterday, so she's kind of new arrival here. And next to her we have a beautiful steampunk doll and another steampunk doll, both made out of sari silk for their bodies and Turkish leather for their skirts. And then we're going to wrap around the other part of the gallery here and show you the rest of the steampunk girls. And here's another steampunk girl. Love this one. Vintage sari silk, beautiful Turkish leather skirt. This is my Predator doll. I kind of like sci-fi. The alien Predator is my favorite alien. He's kind of creepy, but here he is. So this is one of 2 dolls I made. One is in California. This one's here. Vintage vintage sari silk for her body and beautiful Turkish leathers for her skirt. And some of you that know me know my house is done in Mayan artwork. I absolutely love Mayan artwork. This is some of my Mayan series right here. This one is cute. It's got a Tirona bird bell on it. Also has a little Inca reproduction flute player here that's done in 24 karat gold plate. Turkish leather body. Sari silk on this one with Italian leather. And this one also has, love that, that's got a little frog on it, isn't that cute? And here's a little fish, vintage Chico's jewelry, little fish. Again, a little Incan, 24 karat gold plate art reproduction item right there. Another one of my Mayan dolls, and another one of my Mayan dolls. This is Black Magic. She's kind of cool. Different type of hair. I've only used this type of hair once before. Very unique doll. If you're looking for something exotic that's really truly different, something I normally don't do, this is one of those. Here's a little Southwestern girl. She's cute. She's got a lot of turquoise looking pieces on her. Great fun. And this one is done out of, her body is out of leather. She's made out of Italian leather all the way around. Very cool little girl. And this is my favorite Mayan doll. She's worthy of me picking her up today because I love her. This one took me 4 years to figure out how to do this hair. And I had to go back to my early 20s when I did macrame. And I love the movie Apocalypto by Mel Gibson. So this little girl was kind of created by that. And I had told my friend Karen, I said, yeah, I'm going to make a doll that looks like the Mayans in Apocalypto. And 4 years passed and I finally made it, and Karen said she couldn't believe I actually got it done, but I did. Sometimes it takes me a little time to figure it out, but she's got some great vintage Chico's jewelry on her, and another little Tirona bird bell replica and a little Incan replica done in 24 karat gold. Special doll. Look at this little button here. There's a little Mayan stele. Special doll. She's been hanging out in Mobile, Louisiana at an art gallery. She's back home. She's available for sale. Wonderful. I love this one, House of Dragons. I'm a House of Dragons fan, Game of Thrones fan. Here, this one has all the dragons on it, some vintage Chico's jewelry, tapestry fabric, and beautiful Spanish leather and Turkish leather. This doll is interesting. These are doll, feathers I had dyed this color especially for my shop and for my dolls. And so this one has some vintage sari silk and some wonderful Turkish leather. I love this one. This is some very exotic metallic Chinese silk. And she's also dragon themed. Wild Thing. Wild Thing's been getting a lot of looks this week. I actually think she may be leaving very soon. One of my new collectors has visited her a couple of times, and she might be leaving soon. So if you like Wild Thing, you better grab her up now because she's not going to be here. Here is a little woodland gal. She's loaded up with owls and some other fun stuff. Made out of vintage sari silk. Beautiful little doll. And we're going to come over here to the last row, and up there I have a little tribal girl. Sometimes when I take a vintage sari, I can get 2 or 3 dolls out of it. So that particular one up there is out of the same sari silk as the one right here. Both of them very tribal looking, uniquely different, but out of the same sari. And this is one of my favorite pieces of leather here. Love this doll. Love the Chico's jewelry on her that I was able to get. All of this Chico's jewelry that I use is vintage jewelry from the 1980s to 1990s. There we have the little Inca flute player again, gold-plated, 24-karat gold. And Miss Beautiful, I am so happy to have this doll back in my shop. She was over at the art gallery in Mobile for quite a few months, and I missed her a lot. She's colorful, she's fun, she's all about bees, beautiful silk body with Turkish leather. This one is fun. This is a sleeper doll. This is my Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks has a vintage, an interesting song that's a sleeper song called Moonlight, a Vampire's Dream. And I was actually creating this doll when I was listening to the song, and so I turned her into Stevie Nicks, Moonlight, a Vampire's Dream. You can own her. And next to her is just something very tribal, made out of sari silk and Turkish leather. And here we have the Queen of Hearts. And, oh, Dean reminds me, I need to tell you about the Throw Me Something Mr. Hands. So this is a Throw Me Something Mr. Mouth. All of the dolls have it. It's my signature face. Throw Me Something Mr. Mouth. And in Louisiana, we do 2 things. We hug a lot. This is a hugger, and this is a screamer. This is lifting her hands up in the air to yell, "Throw me something, mister." It's all about the people and the culture of Louisiana, and you're not going to get any beats if you don't do that. So if you come here from another state, you're going to get a big "Throw me something, Mr. Mouth" real quick. If you're born and raised here like my children are, you're born that way, and that just kind of comes natural because we teach you that at your first Mardi Gras parade. So these 2 dolls share, actually these 3 dolls share one of my favorite vintage Chico pieces, this beautiful heart. I take the necklace apart, use the heart. These are Gothic. This fabric is amazing. This is very expensive costume, heavy costume silk that's used in the movie industry to create Renaissance costuming. And so both of these dolls are made from that fabric. It's fabulous. Little Gothic. And then my last 3 Game of Thrones dolls. Again, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. House of Dragons. Actually love that series. So I did the Winter Khaleesi. I sold her at Jazz Fest when I did Jazz Fest. Need to do another one of those. But anyway, here's what I have right now. Beautiful Chinese silk, tapestry fabric with Turkish leather. And then this one has a Turkish leather body in a leopard print with the beautiful Turkish leather skirt. And she's got some lapis lazuli on her, which is very, very nice. So I don't point that out a lot of times, but I do use a lot of precious and semi-precious stones sometimes on my dolls. So anyway, those are the dolls that we have available right now here at Mischief Creations. There are 63 of them. There's a few in the back. I'm working on 3 or 4 custom dolls in the back right now, and my time management skills have not improved. Got to get busy on those, so I'm going to get better at that, and we're going to get some of them done. But if you need a custom-made doll, if you're going to be a king or queen of Mardi Gras this year, see me. I can make it out of your own costume fabric, or I can do it from a photograph and find the fabric for you. But they are fun to make. So these are the ones that are available here right now. Pop in and see us, or pop in and have something special made for you. Mischief Creations, MisChief ArtWorx Collective, 1201 Robert Boulevard, Slidell, Louisiana. This is also where the dolls are made in the back. Stop and see us.